Hello again, Bit Heroes. Today I'm joining you, apparently from the same town, that's cool, to discuss a day of the week that is near and dear to my heart, the infamous Wednesday. We're counting down about 3 hours away now. I'm going through and just spending just a little bit of energy on my quests. I'll probably do one raid, and I did a couple gauntlets. But I just wanted to let you see how I prepare for Wednesdays. Because one thing to keep in mind is when you start your Wednesday, you want to be completely full and maxed out on energy, raid crystals, and gauntlet coins. And in order to do that, you have to manage your energy wisely. Usually I work a typical 9 to 5, and whenever I come home, I don't have to avoid the game altogether, but I do have to take it lightly for about 3 hours, and that's easier said than done. So what I usually do is hop on here, knock out a couple, and then take it hardcore once Wednesday comes. I've been getting some pretty good feedback from you guys between the videos and the different forums I'm doing. Appreciate the feedback. Please do continue as we just have random comments and things that you would do differently or whatever you have. Just continue asking questions. There's no dumb questions, as the saying goes. I'm really enjoying the dual screen, playing with alts. As you can see here, I'm just leveling my second level 100. The third guy is kind of struggling to get my attention as much. He's 80, almost 85 now. He's coming up, but he does get the short end of the stick oftentimes. If any of you guys out there have read my forums about trying alts, do let me know if you have got around to trying alts, and let me know your experience. I've talked to a few players now that are above level 100, and for the majority of them, they all love their alts. One or two think it's just a typical extra grind, but I find it very fun. I was talking to a friend earlier this week that talked about how the entire first zone, since you have like level 100 plus friends, you just fly through like nothing. So makes for a pretty fun experience, I think, to just go back. And if you've ever played WoW, for example, and you've unlocked I believe they're called heirlooms. Basically, you can start the game with like the best in slot gear, and you never need gear until you're like level 80 or plus. You know what I'm talking about then, best in slot gear, and it's almost the same. You go back to the first levels, and since you have very highly leveled friends, you just roll face on everything. It's annoying this video thing keeps breaking. I need to update my Flash and Adobe before the video, I guess. It's unfortunate. I'm going to miss out on some run fragments. I was doing some research today on some of the transmog gear that's in the Zone 4, well, Dungeon 4 of the zones, and I might start grinding those here soon. See if I can make a video of finding some cool looking gear. I also want to make a video here soon of me catching Oxa, is that how you pronounce it? Or Azeroth here. I need to catch a legendary. I've come across one or two since I've been playing, but unfortunately it was like super early in my days of gaming, and I didn't realize how much they meant in game. But the next time I find them, I'm for sure gonna just splurge. Doing raid 1 heroic again here. Usually during the week, if I'm not getting the Wednesday buff, I will do Zone 2 hard mode. I can do heroic, but it's like the most intense thing ever, and I fail 50% of the time. It's just so incredibly hard to find friends that are above my level now. It's something else. I also talked with a friend recently and discussed something kind of comical, and that was a full raid team, all of them being your own characters. How awesome would that be? So currently, I have 3 characters. They're about to all be over level 100, and they're all in the same guild, and it's helping the guild to level quite fast since I play so often. But how awesome would it be if all 5 players were your own? And just trying to figure out how that would work out, because I believe I could play up to 4 accounts at once just on screen. My computer probably won't like it too much, but I would, and I think that'd be pretty awesome actually. But even with 3, like I'm only gonna need 2 decent friends, and I'll be able to just grind the whole game by myself. That's gonna be awesome. I look forward to that. But I just wanted to make a pre-buffet game show for you guys, just to have something to look at before I start the grind fast. Last week I did 390,000 experience. That's amazing. This week I hope to break 400,000 pretty easily. I was messing around with trials this week and discovered a few little loopholes that will most likely allow me to go a lot higher than I did last week. In the past week or two, I've recently moved into the legendary ranks of trials, or the yellow levels, and it's allowed me to pick up a few legendary pieces, and it's just a ton more experience. The higher you go, the more experience you get, obviously, and that's been helping a ton. I have a video coming up. I keep thinking of this idea. I've done it before, but I would like to prove it on video. That way you guys can see the math. The question keeps coming up, if you do all normal dungeons versus heroic, since you can get 3 normals per 1 heroic, if somehow you could work it out to get more energy from that. The short answer is no, you can't, but the long answer would be more interesting to watch, so you can actually see. I keep getting comments on my PvP. I've never liked PvP in any game I've ever played, and I'm not going to start liking it now. So that is why I take my gear off, so I can play people that will soon not like PvP either. Alright, so I did a raid, I did a few gauntlets. What you want to do is do these to where, like right now this is 30 minutes plus per gauntlet earned, and I have roughly 3 hours until Wednesday starts, so that should match up perfectly. I'm going to do a few PvPs. I just got this lifesteal accessory. It's not the best, I gotta say. Maybe someday when I start to tank, I can wear it as a front line. But as of yet, it's proven fairly bad. I tried to make use of it. The only thing I can think of is just going full block gems or redirect and being the tank, and as I take damage I can also self-heal. But I don't know how efficient that would be either. I would rather have a block one if I was a tank. If you figured out something to do with the lifesteal accessory, do let me know, because I've kind of racked my brain on it and I can't figure out anything. I try to look up forums, but there's just no forums on that type of question. It would be nice to have a forum that discusses like in-depth opinions on different weapons and stuff, or accessories, and maybe pets, familiars, whatever. The ones you should aim for, the ones you should avoid. Obviously you'd want all the legendaries, but you see what I mean. So a pro tip on the PvP is it gives you a choice here of like 5 players, and if you'll take the time to look at them all, you'll notice one of the players always has, like this, 5% evade chance. I can take those chances. But one of the players always has just awful lineups, and sometimes you'll get lucky and they're just missing a slot completely. So this guy seems the worst, so I'm just going to play him. And if the player is in the back, I always just spam 1 until I can focus the back row. And then when my energy or SP is up enough, I will smash the back row 3 times in a row. Sometimes 4, maybe 5. Oh my gosh. 6. Got him. And then you win the game. Alright, so one more match over here, and I think I'm going to end the video. Don't want to make it too long on you guys. If you do like the longer videos, let me know. I'm trying to specifically cater to you guys and what you like. Want to make sure I please the end user. Alright, so I use 4 of the 6, and that's 45 minutes per, so that's about almost 3 hours, right? About 3 hours. I could do one more quest. I think I will, just real quick. The goal is to use enough energy to where you're not just idly sitting by, but also keep in mind that in 3 hours time you will need a full energy bar for buffet day. Oh my, I think I failed over here. This happens quite often. It's rather annoying. Wow, I'm completely out of potions. My revive potion status is just hardcore failing. I haven't seen them on for sale in so long. I could buy them in the guild, but I'm just gonna continue to save for my plus 50 energy. Had a pretty decent day at work today. Went by pretty fast. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but time is just flying past now. It's crazy how that works. Did I not put my gear on this guy? I must not have. What? He just looks naked? Oh. That's my own guy. That sucks. Okay. So basically I went into the dungeon over here ungeared, and now this guy over here just suffers with no gear on. Ah, that's unfortunate. Oh well. Swung by and got some Popeye's chicken. It's downstairs cooling off. About to watch some TV, relax, and I'll join you guys in a couple hours to kick off buffet day. It's going to be a good day. I hope you guys are taking advantage of Wednesday like never before. It's truly an amazing day in game. I've thought about using major experience tomes on Saturday as well. It seems like my gems are coming in more and more as I level. The higher level you go, the faster the gems come in. And I'm contemplating whether or not I should start doing it on Saturday as well, because I can play all day Saturday and it's a 30% buff for experience. That's not quite 50, but it is nice. And I do want to get to level 150 as soon as possible. I recently found out that there is a guild leader board in the town, and that my guild is in the top 50. I had no idea. My mind was kind of blown. Oh man, I have the worst luck with persuading. But somehow still have a full raid team of every familiar, every epic one at least. That's one thing I stress in a few of my forums is not worrying about familiars and pets and gear. Just focus on the game. Just enjoy what you do. Right? Just focus on the experience, and everything else will come. All right, looks like I'll hit 143 here very soon. I may make a new video here soon, trying to craft another epic gem. Been trying to get one of them for a while. I'm specifically looking after the plus 15 experience, because again, I like to focus on experience only in game, and waiting for the legendary run just takes way too long. I got two 10%ers right here, and they have drastically helped me over the past month or so, just raking in the XP. Let's see how much XP I have right now. So 10.32 mil is what I have right now. I'm about to hit level 143. Oh my gosh. You don't pay attention for 5 seconds and the game flips up. I probably didn't even need that. That's why I have so little potions, because I waste them. Terrible. Alright guys, I will join you in a couple hours. I hope you'll join me for buffet day, and again, that is simply Wednesday. That will be taking advantage of the 50% experience buff. I'll go ahead and buy all my gear. I think I already have the experience tome waiting. I bought it when it was on sale earlier in the week, which I highly recommend doing. And I also saved up on some minor gold potions. Been using those as well. Got some boots. They were cheap. And so far, I've yet to spend a single dollar in game just by purchasing things as they're on sale. I actually don't like these too much, but I buy them from time to time when they're on sale. Alright guys, video's getting a little long. Take it easy, and remember to join me for Wednesday. McProseph out.